I hate this room. I hate my back room. Even though it's showing like... Nope. I'll just finish. Okay. So, yeah, wasted a minute with trying to argue with Facebook Live. So, if you're watching this, I'm going to share it onto the Facebook later, since it's giving me so much trouble. Hopefully, YouTube Live will not give me so much trouble, and you guys will be able to catch this there. So, let's see. There's a lot to go over, so hopefully we will be able to get it all done in a nice time. So to start off with, we're going to talk about... I'm actually doing a sale right now. It's a mini canvas sale. You can find the post on my Instagram, which is jbauerart. You can also find it on Facebook on JB Designs, or if you're friends with me personally on Facebook, you can catch the sale there. It's a big post. It is all the mini canvases that I currently have left after Tampa Bay Comic Con and Atlanta Comic Con. Instead of the usual $20 each, they're $15 each. And if you buy, for every two that you buy, you're going to get a free print of your choice of a regular size print. So if you are interested, hit any of my social media up to find out what I have left. Here's a few that I currently have. I just grabbed a handful of them. So Harley Quinn, Android, I think it's 21 if I'm right. And then I have this cool little set. I took the villains and put them over the Batman cowl and kind of made a little mix mash. I'd like to sell those four as a whole set if possible. If not, if you just want one of them or two of them, let me know. Just feel free to... they're not up on my site or anything. They're just on the social media post. And then once you find the one that you want, just DM me which one it is, and we'll get you squared away. I can do PayPal and Chase Quick Pay. So yeah, that sale is going to go till the end of Tuesday, August 14th. It's I started it this past Tuesday. It's going on about a week. So yeah, it's a cool way to get some originals for a very good price, I think, and you get a free print. Some people have already taken advantage of it. I've sold about 6 or so mini canvases. So if you want one, feel free to message me. So Tampa Bay Comic Con was last weekend, and it did not go as well as I hoped. Now, I'm not talking anything bad about the people that run the show or anything to that nature. It's just it's kind of getting to the same thing every time I go to a different convention. Everybody loves my work. Everybody thinks it's great. Yay, yay, yay. But people don't buy it. I walked out with, if you do not count the pre-sales that I did and the pre-orders and a little bit of online sales that I did right before the convention, I would have walked out not even breaking even. Luckily, the awesome folks that follow me on social media bought a good amount of stuff from me or pre-ordered to pick up at Tampa Bay Comic Con, and were able to help me at least break even. And some people are curious on why I, at the last two shows and even shows before this, that I have not been able to break even because they don't understand all the costs. Well, you've got your booth, and I get a vendor booth because of how much artwork I have. It's a choice that I make, yeah, but it's, they cost more. They're more expensive because it's a vendor booth. You get in a 10 by 10 spot at least, and it takes, so that's a certain amount of money. Then the hotel is a certain amount of money. And then I actually take, because I have a full-time job, I have a day job, Monday through Friday. So I take days off, and I take unpaid days off to save vacations when I actually want to take a vacation. So I'm trying to make that money back up for however many days I take off. And then the print costs, I got to put in a new order of prints. And then even just, if you just calculate, paying yourself through each day, you're there 8 to 10 hours. So if you give yourself even $10 an hour, you have to make that money up too. So it just it adds up. And the last two shows I've done, and I've talked about the Atlanta Comic Con, didn't break even, and it's getting old and it's getting tiring. And I don't think it's a specific show. I think conventions, at least the ones that I've been able to hit, are you're either getting people that don't understand conventions because of all the social or all the movies that are out, and everybody's now a comic fan, so they want to go to Comic Con and they want to meet whatever guests are there, so they're focused on that or this or that, and it's not the same crowds as it was a couple of years back when I first started, and it's just not working out anymore. So with now, there were some great things of Tampa Bay Comic Con. Kayla and I, my wife and I, had a really great time. Got to find a new mall new to us mall down there, and found an Irish pub, and ate food Friday night. And then we went to Tampa Bay Brewing Company on Saturday night and had a very delicious meal. And I got my favorite steak. It's one of my favorite places to eat, and had a great time there. Also, Friday night I found some shoes because I've been needing some new shoes, which I got buy one get one free on shoes, so that was cool. And then the con itself, I got to see some friends and some people that I haven't seen in a while, which is always nice. Some fellow artist people and people that you only see at the convention, so you only get to see them every couple of months. Or if you're me, you don't get to see them much at all. Um, and then I actually sold the lantern painting, which was great. The Tangled lantern painting that was very large. That one sold for full price, and to a very lovely couple that was loved it a lot. And then I even sold another one of the Stitch City posters. This one's still available. If you're interested, DM me. And met some cool people. Sold a decent amount of work. And we had a pretty good time, and the show's always put on very well. It was just very weird crowd this year. People, I guess, a lot of first timers were there. People that didn't know how conventions work. A lot of people weren't understanding the difference of my work, like between the canvases and the mini prints, and or the regular sizes or the regular prints, and it was a mess. So as it comes to conventions and future plans with what I'm doing. The first thing is I canceled for the art event that I was putting on next month in September. Um, the reason I did that is because I need a break, which annoys me because I've taken breaks. I took a break to go back to school last year because cons were going so bad and things were going so bad. Um, it's not the same kind of break though. I'm refocusing. I really didn't want to put on another art event or put on an event and something else go bad because that would not have gone well for me, for my head. So that's one of the reasons I canceled it. The other reason I canceled it is because I need to refocus and try to work on commissions and do online sales more. A lot of people have been contacting me via Facebook and Instagram to either do a commission or buy some artwork, buy the mini canvases or prints, and get squared away through there. So I'm kind of trying to focus on that a little bit more. I'm going to do more YouTube stuff, hopefully, and do live streaming some more, and just focus on creating artwork and trying to sell it online. I have at least 6 or 7 commission orders now, and 2 of those are really big paintings. Actually, 3 of them are really big paintings. The one I'll be talking about here in a moment. But yeah, I have a lot of people wanting some really big commissions. So I think my time is best served focusing on commissions and focusing on stuff like that than trying to put on an art show. And it may go well, it may not. I didn't have a ton of people interested in being a part of it or coming to it. I had a good group of people, a small group of people, but I think my time is better spent doing other things and just creating artwork right now. So, yeah, the art event is canceled. Future conventions, I will still be at Daytona Beach Comic Con November 4th. I was asked to be a guest there, and I'm not going to cancel and not going to do that since Tom really wanted me to be a part of that show. So I will be there. I will have my artwork. I don't know how many new mini canvases I'll have, but I'll definitely have plenty of prints. I'm going to try to bring a few of the bigger paintings, and I will be there. And that will be my last, as far as I know of right now, my last convention for 2018 at least. Moving forward, I think I'm done with conventions. The only one I am going to probably do, which I have to sign up for, is Sci-Fi Bartow in February. I think it's February still. But I love Sci-Fi Bartow. I love seeing all my friends down there, artists, cosplayers, all that good stuff. It's John with Main Street Comics. It's always a pleasure to see him and his family. So we will still be doing Sci-Fi Bartow, and also I go down for the delicious pizza place there. So yeah, but as of right now, that's the only convention I'm gonna do. I don't. If Tampa would have went well, I would have done Tampa Bay Comic Con again, but it didn't. This is the second year in a row that it just hasn't lived up to 2016, and none of these conventions have lived up. And when I can't even break even, it's not a good thing. So with Tampa not going well, I really don't want to try MegaCon because that's just I already had enough problems trying to sell there a couple years back, and I just get lost in the shuffle. So, yeah, don't plan on seeing me at any conventions. Hey, Mike, how's it going? But yeah, don't plan on seeing me at any conventions anytime soon. I may, if there's any. Sorry you couldn't make it to Tampa Bay, Mike. Um, if you're looking to get anything though, you can always message me on Facebook or Instagram, and I can get you squared away. But let's see. Yeah. So if there's any comic book shops out there, or even like coffee shops or bars, or not bars, but like breweries or something like that that's interested in having my artwork displayed on their wall, and we try to sell it that way, or bring in prints, or doing a special art night. I'm down for that. I'm really interested in doing that. I've toyed with the idea a little bit of looking into Renaissance fairs. I don't know. I don't if you're a vendor and you have to act in the Renaissance stuff. I no, I can't do that. Not my thing. Um, Sorry, but yeah. So I'm gonna look into just different ways of selling artwork. Um, so with all that being said, what else do I need to chat with? Oh, so you guys are probably wondering what I am going to be working on within the next week. Probably the next couple weeks is going to be a painting I'm doing. I think I showed it in the last video, but I know it's really hard to see here. But it's this is the very rough sketch of what I'm going to be working on next. It's for a podcast that I listen to, a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. They're really big here in the Orlando area, in the Florida area. They're a local podcast run by two really cool guys, of course, Tom and Dan, and they're putting on a charity foot golf tournament next month, September 15th. I worked with them last year on this. I actually was one of the volunteers at the event, and I ran one of the little side games, and then I also donated 2 baskets full of artwork, which went really well for the silent auction and brought in a good amount of money. So after last year, I talked to the gentleman that puts it on, Juan, and got it all set up so I could do a. It's going to be a 24 by 36-inch canvas. It's going to be a real big one, poster size, and it's what it's going to be. It features all a bunch of their different logos and swags that they have. So like you've got their original Tom and Dan one. I'm gonna sneak in semantics in there, and oh, there's a nice scratch. I don't know. There BDM ones, and then corporate time, and the all kinds of different things that have gone on through the show, either different designs, logos, all their different shows. It's going to be one big collaboration of everything in my style. So a little bit of splatter paint, a little bit of streaking. I'm going to highlight little things here and there. So that's going to be up for auction at that event in the silent auction. And then I'm also, again, donating 2 baskets of art, or I may donate that guy back there instead of 2 baskets. So we'll see. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. I've been getting together all the images that I need for the reference pictures so I can start drawing it out. Hopefully have it drawn out by the end of the weekend, or maybe even early next week, and start painting it sometime next week. After that, I have a bunch of commissions to do. I actually have to get with a few people and see if they still want their commissions, because that was another thing too with doing these two conventions almost just a few weeks apart. I had to put commissions on hold. So I put on hold guaranteed money to work on stuff for pocket money and got burned. So I know a lot of people have been worried about me and on social media. That fans of mine been worrying that I'm gonna quit or quit everything. Or I can't quit painting. I'm gonna keep painting, even if I have to buy rent out a storage unit and stuff it in there, and then somebody else can sell it when I pass away or whatever. But yeah, I'm still making stuff. I'm still painting. I'm still gonna be. It's just not gonna do cons for a while. At least a good while, or I may never do them. I don't know. Maybe if more people or a couple more small ones invite me to be a guest, I'm definitely down for that. But actually buying a booth and heading out there, just not gonna be a thing for a good while. So I would like to thank everybody that was at Atlanta Comic Con and Tampa Bay Comic Con, stopped by my booth and purchased artwork. New fans, old fans. There's my buddy, my one of my fans, Dan. He put a lot of money into buying some stuff. I mean, he had a whole kitchen table full of artwork that he purchased from me, and he helped out for Atlanta and Tampa Bay Comic Con, and I really appreciate it. So other than that, thank you guys all for helping me and supporting me and making sure I'm okay. I'm good. I'm better than what I was earlier this week. I was not too thrilled and not too happy with anything as of Monday and Tuesday, but I've kind of recouped this week a little bit. Still recouping a little bit. I'm actually heading tomorrow night. Bunny and I are gonna go hang out with our buddies, the Kitchen Killers. Gonna go enjoy their 1 year anniversary show. And hang out with some friends, relax, get. It's been a rough work week too at my day job, so I'm gonna relax for a Friday night, not paint, not work, not worry about anything. Go have some fun with friends, and then probably get back to work Saturday and Sunday. I have to clean this art room first, though. It like this is nice. This looks good. The rest is it's a mess. So yeah, just follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Go to joshbauerartist.com to find all that. If you're watching here on YouTube, please subscribe. I'm trying to do these every week. I may try to do more here and there. But if you want to keep up to date with all the shenanigans I'm into, especially if you can't see me at conventions anymore, this is the best place. And then the best place to see all my stuff is Instagram. It's the most seen one. If you're not an Instagram fan, Facebook, I do have a fan page, and then I also have an artist group, like a group page, and it's very interactive in there. And I may do some more giveaways and soon. So, oh, the gargoyles. All right, we'll do that real quick before we go. I put them all up. I knew I was doing something. I have to find a better place for them. But thank you for reminding me, Mike. So if you guys if you were watching social media over the weekend while I was in Tampa, the funny part was a gentleman came up and he was looking through my art, kind of checking it out, and I kind of see what people are. The bags are clear, so you can see what people have bought. And I always check out art, and then I saw a Funko Pop, and it looked really familiar, and it was a Goliath Funko Pop, and I couldn't believe it because I am a huge Gargoyles fan. I loved the show when I was a kid. I was absolutely obsessed with it, and I actually have the first season on DVD, and I didn't know they were out yet, so I'm like, is that the Goliath one? He goes, oh yeah. I'm like, they're out? He goes, yeah, they have the whole series over there. I'm like, and I just went, what? So he pointed out where I had to go, and of course they had the entire collection. So yeah, I got Goliath. I'm trying to, hopefully you can see it pretty well. I snagged Goliath. I got the whole set, but there's Brooklyn. And then we've got Broadway. And of course he's eating something. We've got Lexington. And then, wow, he's kind of heavy. We got Bronx. And then one of my favorites, I really like this one. It's Demona. And we were actually, right after I bought these, because I went over and bought the whole set, and what was nice was if you bought 5 or more, they were just $10 each. So I got myself the whole set, and then I bought my wife, Bunny, one. I bought her a little Raja one, so she wouldn't yell at me for blowing all this money. But this was day job money, so yes, they are awesome. And I actually saw Demona, the stone version, at Hot Topic, but I already blew enough money, so I didn't buy that one. So if you ever want to do a trade, if you find the stone Demona one, if you want to snag it, buy it, and I'll send you a print or two for it. And then so I had all those ones I just showed you, and they're like, "Oh, did you find the specialty series one?" I'm like, "Of course there's a specialty series one." I'm like, "Which one's that?" They're like, "Oh, well, you're missing Hudson." I'm like, "Of course I am." So I snagged him too. So yeah, I have the whole set, and it's actually on top of my other little collection here. I'll show you real quick. Don't look at the art room; it's disgusting. But I've gotten a few over the years. I don't collect them too much. This is the only big collection I want, but I've gotten a few here and there as gifts or stuff like that. So, and of course I had to have the Stitch one because Stitch is my favorite. Rafiki, and then Batman Beyond, and Reptar. So yeah, I got a little collection going, and of course but I'm not trying to get obsessed with them. I don't need another collection. I have a collection of art. I have a collection of wrestling stuff. So no, I don't need any more collection. So yeah, I think that's it. Thanks again, Mike, for reminding me about that. I completely forgot. Again, joshbrowerartist.com for all the good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this later, I appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe on all of my stuff. And if you're interested in any mini canvases, even if there's one you saw before, I can either recreate it if I don't have it, or I may have it. Just DM me and I'll get you squared away. Other than that, thanks guys, and I will catch you next time.